can make a hug-a-book mermaid with me today. You can use our free template or you can learn how to make your own in this video. So come on, let's take a look.
Okay, so you will need a template and I'm going to show you how to draw one, but also these ones I've done a neat version and I've put them down below that you can print out and cut and use. But if you haven't got printer and you need to do your own, what you do is you get a ruler and you draw just a rough rectangle. It doesn't have to be exact shape or size. So you've got your rectangle and then you sketch at the bottom. You just take it round, sketch it, and then you open it up into the fin shape. So there you've got your, and then you just keep sketching and you've got your mermaid tail. And then if you want, you can just shape it a little bit more. And that's basically how you create your basic shape. That's how I created this. Now, if you want to create your body, what you then take is you cut your shape out, you take it, and you just sort of outline roughly where things need to go. So you've got the width and the width. So I've kind of drawn a face, and then you kind of create a cone to go from the halves. And that's how you create your body. Okay? And you cut that out. And then if you want to create your hair piece, if you're not using mine, you then take your piece and you mark, well, you kind of get a big hair, so you kind of extend the head a bit, draw it down the sides the way you want it. So this gives you the rough shape, and then so you know where to slot it in very gently, because you want to be able to erase these again. Put in markers to where your head is, and then you can just draw some lines which you can then cut for sliding in later. So that's how you draw your own, sketch out your own templates, or like I said, you can use the templates that I've made today, and they're linked down below, of course. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a mermaid tail,
And then the other shapes, so the doll's head and the hair.
take my pencil and try and mark in where you need to cut. You don't want those lines too strong because you don't want to be able to see them afterwards. So just check. I think that looks all right. I might want to just shape, well, I can trim that afterwards. Take some sharp scissors. This is the tricky bit. And the important bit here is that in a minute this slides in nicely. So it doesn't quite fit, so I need to just trim it a tiny bit. Don't cut it too big. Ah, look at that. Isn't that adorable? I really like it already. Now if you want, you can add the little fringe bits. So I do want to do that, but you don't have to. Don't cut too big, because otherwise, you know, the head might not show on the other side. Maybe one more. Here we go. Don't worry about this showing on the sides. We can trim that at the end. Let's just make sure everything fits together. Now I want the mermaid's tail to go all the way to the top, only because that gives it strength. So obviously you don't want the blue showing. So what you need to do next is you glue carefully, if you can get it off. You glue down your body onto your blue. Now it's very important that you can glue this little bit here, but not the arms, because that's what you need to do. That's what you'll need for the book. So put glue everywhere. So I'll show you to about here and here. You can put glue there. not the actual arms themselves. Stick it on.
So as you can see, I'm just gluing the shapes together. Obviously the arms aren't stuck down, and then I'm just trimming around the edges to make it super neat.
Now I want to add her little eyes. I'm going to put some little kawaii eyes as always.
If you want, you can always mark the eyes out in pencil first, just to make sure you have them in the right position. And I think a hole punch makes the perfect little rosy cheeks.
So we have this one. I've put some sequins that I have. There's just a little flower sequins and some glitter glue. On this one, I'm going to also put some sequins. So I think I'm going to give her some blue mermaid top to go with the blue mermaid bottom. And I think a green flower in her hair. Oh, she's so cute already. You don't have to use sequins if you don't have them. I understand that not everybody does. You can use pens, you know, anything you've got really to decorate. You can use washi tape, you know, it's got pretty colours on it. And just decorate however, with whatever you've got. So I'm going to use these sequins because I've got them. And now for the very last bit, so I've got glitter here on this one. I want to add some of these lovely sequins. So we've got quite a lot and I'm going to make a bit of a mess, I think. So I think the easiest way will be to add lots of glue on here first and then just drop the sequins on top. Use like a runny PVA Elmer's glue. School glue is fine. And I'm literally, I think I'm not going to do a pattern or anything. I'm just going to put as much glue as I can. I don't want, obviously not too much because it can make, you know, the cardboard wrinkly. I don't want it to go wrinkly. Now I just want to flatten it without getting glue on my fingers. So I'm just going to take my ruler and give it all a good squish because you want all of them to stick really well. But of course not on the little arms because we're going to need these later, aren't we? And also you don't want it falling out of your book, so just give it a good squish down. Make sure. And then let it dry. And then we'll come back and have a look at it. All finished. So here they are again, our finished mermaids. My daughter suggested that I add a little shell, so I just drew one and stuck it on. And they look so cute inside the book. You can have them tucked all the way in, or you can have the little tail popping out.